Google, right? It's Legacy View. Just open it within the range, and then when you open it on the phone, it'll go through all the instructions and whatnot.
Okay. So that's what I need, is the Legacy View, you said?
Yeah.
App
And
control.
if you need any more information, it's safetyzonewater.com. They'll give you all the rest of the information on that.
Okay.
And then every once in a while, probably a new 9-volt for backup. And then you can change your settings and whatnot.
I can change it?
Yeah, I mean, you can do it. With this one, you can change it digitally. So once you go in and do the app and all the other stuff, you can go in and go through. That's just the time. Yeah, so I have trouble seeing it.
So it'll set the time.
Yeah, you can go through, set the time and set the parameters, how often you want it to regen and that kind of stuff.
Okay, so what is it set at now? To regen, right?
It should be every 7 days.
Every 7 days?
Yeah. And right now it's 10-12, so it's everything's working like it should be.
Okay, so actually I really don't need to do anything with it because it seems to be doing fine.
Okay.
So only thing I would need to do is to change the battery.
Every I don't know, when you change the batteries in your smoke detectors, so every 6 months or so, I just put a new battery in there. That way, if the power does go out, it automatically resets back to whatever it was instead of you having to reset everything.
Okay.
And then this is your filter.
That's the filter.
This is your water softener.
That's the softener.
Okay. Everything in this is already set from the factory. And most of the water in Orlando with the city water, you're at 17 with the hardness, so that's what we set it at. So has your soap been doing okay?
Okay, now remember, mine is well water.
I understand, but I'm just saying, I mean, most of them, that's where we set this at, because that's going to be pretty close, because most of the water they pull out and treat at the treatment facility is all groundwater anyway. So we're all pretty close in that same area of 17 parts per million for the hardness.
Okay.
So that's what we should have this set as, if I remember correctly. And this will tell you how many gallons before it's going to regen. So roughly 1,000. You've used 4,773 gallons of water since I last saw you.
Really? Okay.
And
is that like normal?
That's pretty normal.
Okay.
I mean, it's just you in the house, right? Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, 3 months, it's not a whole lot of water. So you should be doing all right.
Okay.
And then...
Now, do I have to add water to this?
No, this will automatically add its own water. Yeah. See, what you want is, you see where the water level's at? We want to keep the salt right about the top of the water level.
Like that?
Yeah, roughly, because you don't want to put 3 or 4 bags in at the same time, because it'll do what's called bridge. So the salt crystals will like harden and creates like a dome, so the water can't get to it. So we want to keep our salt kind of looking like this to where the water can get at it. Okay. So being that you've only used about 5,000 gallons of water, this thing hasn't really done a whole lot for you.
No, I have put a bag in.
You did put one bag in? Okay.
One of the bags you guys gave me.
So, you know.
That's been about a month ago, I guess.
Yeah, so I'd check it once a month and just make sure that you got enough salt sitting with the water. Okay. Because this system will put water, it'll take water out of it and put water into it. Okay. So what it's doing is there's resin beads in here, and the resin beads attract all the minerals and everything that are in the water. The salt, when we introduce the salt in this regen process, the salt is the sacrificial chemical that'll bring all the stuff off of the resin beads. And what it does is it flushes all the salt water out, and then the resin basically renews itself, so it pulls all the stuff out again. So the salt's basically the sacrificial chemical to clean all the stuff out of the water.
So I don't need to add anything as far as
just salt.
Okay, so no.
Yeah, so check it once a month.
I think someone said you can add bleach. So don't add bleach or anything?
No, not in this particular system.
Okay.
If you had a chlorine pump, like if you had the entire like holding tank and the iron stuff, if you had the entire system, for most people who have a well have a holding tank, will have this system, and then also will have a chlorination pump.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it depends on how. I mean, if your water was super poo-poo, you can add to this system to try and get the rest of either the smells or the iron and that kind of stuff. So if you're still getting any kind of iron in, like redness in your water, or if you're still getting like sulfur smell, you may want to add to your system.
Okay.
There's obviously an expense that goes with that, but they have the entire system. And what it does is it adds chlorine to the system to kill any kind of microbial stuff, any kind of algae, that kind of stuff that you can get out of the water in Florida. Depending on how your water's doing, everything looks like it's doing all right for right now. So,
how often should I have you guys to come out and service it?
Realistically, this system is self-sustaining. As long as it's got electricity to it, and like you didn't take a lightning strike or something like that, but we also put a GFI in.
Okay.
So if there is a ground fault, or like if there's a super huge surge on your house, we have the ability to go in there and hit a reset button, and hopefully that'll take the grunt of whatever could happen to it.
Okay.
So if this system ever does stop working, check the electrical outlet first and hit reset on it.
Where's the reset?
So in here. Nope, he didn't put a GFI on there. I'm sorry.
Uh-oh.
I'm wrong. But it's okay.
Do I need a GFI? It would be good.
I mean, generically we would want a GFI if there's electricity and water together, and usually outside. So,
I think I want a GFI.
Okay. I mean, you'd have to have the electrician come out and do that.
How much is that?
I don't know.
Okay. Because when I had that added on, they put the GFI in, and
I mean, I don't know if it's on a GFI. If it's on a GFI breaker, okay, in the panel, then he doesn't have to run a GFI outside.
Oh.
So that may have been the cause. I don't know. He was here, so.
How do we know if there's a GFI breaker for this?
And inside the panel, wherever you turn the electricity off to that particular breaker.
Can we take a look at it?
We'll say GFI.
Okay. Is there anything else you wanted to tell me about this? I noticed, what's that for?
This is so you can test your incoming and your outgoing water.
So this is incoming. Okay. And this is outgoing.
Yeah.
So why would I want to
from the well? This is to the house.
Okay, so this is from the well, and this is to the house.
Right.
Okay. So why would I want to test these?
It just gives you the ability to. Say if the system's not working correctly, or if we needed to add on to the system, that kind of type of thing, then we could test the incoming water for any kind of chemicals or free radicals, and then test the water coming out of the system to see what the difference is.
Okay, so do I need to have my water tested like every year still?
If you want to, you can. With this system, not really.
Not really?
Yeah.
Okay. Because with the other system, I had it tested.
Okay.
Yeah, and there were times when they told me that they had to do something. And the water, I don't know if it was low or something was what was going on. And then like a day or so later, they came back and said the water's good. So, okay. All right, I think you've told me what I needed to know.
These two spots right here, just so you know, this is a regeneration port. This is a regeneration port. They're both tied together. and they go out to the yard. So when it discharges, it goes out the little red line at the very end there. Basically, it's pretty much the same spot that you had discharging before on the other system.
Okay.
So.
And you said this is like it's going to regenerate like every 7 days?
Yeah, and there was some that do it themselves, and then some that you can adjust through the app. This one's not adjustable through the app. This one is.
Okay, so this is adjustable through the app.
Through the app. Yep. This one you can, if you're starting to get, icky water, you can come over here and hit regen, and it'll do its regen process. It takes about an hour and a half.
Okay. Okay, but why would I want to do that?
If your water's not as soft as you want it, you could hit regen on there. Yeah, and then also you can change the parts per million on the salt. So if your soap's not lathering quite right, something like that, then you can adjust it a little bit up or down if you need to.
Okay, I think it's doing okay. Yeah. All right, anything?
This worked out well. I'm glad I put that in.
I'm glad you put that in too.
It stabilizes everything.
Yeah. And it looks good.
Keeps all the dirt from rolling away from the house too.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep. I really appreciate you guys.
Hey, no worries.
You did a good job for me. Yeah. All right. Anything else I need to know?
If anything ever does fail with this system, you can bypass these tanks. So if you want to look up here, the blue knobs. Okay. If we make them look at each other. So if we switch this over to this direction and that one to this way, that bypasses this whole tank.
Oh, so that like turns it off?
It turns it off. So to leave it on, we'll just do like that, and then the same for the red ones. They basically, if they're looking at each other, it's turned off. So if anything ever happens with it and it's failing, then you can turn it off.
So when you say looking at each other,
what I'm saying is like, if see how they're not like in alignment. See how they're in alignment now.
Right.
That would be looking at each other.
That's off. Okay, gotcha. Okay. All right.
And if you ever have to turn the water off to your house, you can use either of these.
That will turn the water off to the house.
Yep.
Okay. I didn't know any of this. Okay. I'm glad I had you to come back. I had to leave.
Yeah.
So.
We all got appointments and everything.
Yeah.
Let's go check that breaker real quick.
Okay.